Hi there. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're gonna be working on making this trivet. It's gonna be basically a hot pad so that we can place a nice warm pot of stew or a nice warm pot of macaroni and cheese on our dining room table. Something a little nicer than this little piece of plywood, and we'll have something to keep it from scorching our tables. So this trivet doesn't have any little legs. It's just a 3/4 inch piece of plywood. So it's 3/4 of an inch, or roughly about 2 centimeters by about 8 1/4 inches, or maybe about 21 centimeters. For this project, I took 10 strips of Lauhala, a total of 20 strips, 10 going vertically and 10 going across side to side. Each of the strips are just about 3/4 of an inch, again, uh, maybe about 2 centimeters or so. And I'm just using this. I strip them down to size. Most of the leaves, all of the leaves, need to be at least 20 inches long. So if you have 20 inches or uh, roughly 51 centimeters, that should give you enough material to wrap around the board and tuck the extra into the board itself or into the weave itself. It'll help make the trivet a little more padded, and it'll work a little better. Uh, the longest piece that you'll need is to go around the four edges of the trivet, which I had wrapped around first. That one's probably going to be about 35 inches long. So if you have something approximately 35 inches or roughly 89 centimeters, you should be in good shape to wrap that around the edge. Tape it down, hold it in place using some masking tape. And then you can begin weaving all of those 20-inch, 3/4 inch strips of Lauhala. Uh, I do an over and under wrap, and the over under wrap just lays them in a over under pattern. Checker, you end up with a really nice checkerboard pattern. And so that checkerboard pattern kind of goes all the way through the board. I do one flat side. If you'll notice, I'm actually checking the leaves, and what I do is I take one leaf, one strip of the leaf which is thick, and I try to pair it up with the second leaf, and that'll be the thinner side of the leaf. So I try to do one thick side, one thin side, and I go thick, thin, all the way across the board. And then I try to do the same thing when I do the horizontal strips as well. I use the thick side and the thin side. Always remember, try to leave the shiny side facing up, and the textured or matted side, leave that facing down. It's a matter of personal preference. If you like that matted finish, you could reverse it the other way. Always try to remember also to make sure that your leaves are damp. Moisten them first, and if you live someplace where it's really dry or really arid, you might want to keep a little spray bottle with you and spritz it every so often, maybe about 10 or 15 minutes. Just kind of spray it down. It keeps the leaves pliable, keeps them from drying out and cracking. I was working on this today, and it was raining outside, so there was a lot of moisture in the air. I didn't need to spray it down too often. But those are the things that you do to keep your leaves in condition as you do your weave, and it's pliable and none of them break on you as you fold them back and forth. Each one of the leaves, as I'm working with them, when I get the leaf set in place, I'll actually fold it back and fold it forward on itself, creating a crease in the leaf. That sort of helps hold the leaves that you've already woven. It kind of helps to hold them in place as you're weaving your project. And regardless of whether I'm doing a trivet or I'm doing a bracelet, I try to always fold them back on itself, and that kind of helps keep those leaves in position, kind of helps keep them from running away on you as you're working on your project, and then you end up with something that's a little more manageable. So I'm gonna let you take a look at these. I really enjoy these. If you like these videos and you enjoy them, please click like, share them with your family, share them with your friends. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel. I try to come out with new projects, and I'll probably start working on a few more bracelets after this, and kind of switch around every so often to just introduce different types of projects as well. Because there's a lot of other things we can do with Lauhala besides weaving bracelets. So this trivet is just going to be I'm going to weave it around the front and the back side and use that band that's around the edge just to kind of tuck it in place. I'll do that as we go along. And so what I'm going to do now is give you folks a little bit more instrumental music to listen to. I find this very, very relaxing. This is my way to kind of unwind after a long day and just focus on something else other than all the things that go on during the day and all the projects, and just focus on something that's really, really relaxing. It just takes away all your stress, where you sit here and you just fold these leaves, and it's real satisfying once you get to the finished product and you see something that turns out it was a bunch of leaves to start out with, and in the end you end up with a nice varied checkerboard pattern. If you like, you can sort out your leaves by color, and you can actually try to create more. You can be more creative with your patterns. I sort of like that random look. It really gives it a surprise finish, which I find satisfying, and I also find really rewarding. I like that. So I'm gonna just let you folks enjoy, listen to some music as I continue the weave, and have a lot of fun. Enjoy. So when you're done with your project, you can take some of those leaves, whatever's extra, and you can actually trim them back, cut them off. Or you can, if you have enough, you can tuck them back in, and you can actually add it into the body of your trivet, and you can actually just make it a little bit thicker. Like I said, have a little bit more padding to it, so when you put those hot plates down or put those hot pots on there, you have something nice and soft. I trim them back with a razor or a sharp edge, a little sharp blade. I try to look for all the little pieces that might be sticking out and pull them back, cut them off. One good trick to remember is just pull it tight and then cut it. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Aloha.